One of these two fluids carries a reputation built over decades inside performance shops, racing programs, and enthusiast forums. The other is quieter, less celebrated, and it just posted lower wear numbers across a full year of lab-verified testing inside the same F-150 rear differential. The fluid with the bigger name did not win. The fluid with the bigger price tag did not win either. What actually earned the result is sitting in 6 drain samples sent to an independent laboratory, and the data is not particularly close. Most F-150 owners make this decision exactly once every 2 or 3 years. They walk into a parts store, see 2 bottles that look nearly identical, and either default to the name they recognize or pay more because they assume the price means something. That assumption is expensive when it is wrong, and your differential is the thing that pays for it. So here is a full year of blind-coded lab samples from the same axle, the same truck, and the same towing load. The 2 fluids are Royal Purple Max Gear 75W90 and Redline 75W90, both full synthetic GL5 rated gear oils marketed directly at this application. Royal Purple retails between $12 and $15 per quart and is built on a Group 4 PAO base stock with their proprietary Cinerlec additive technology, which Royal Purple markets as a layered film protection system that activates under pressure. Redline sits between $14 and $18 per quart and is built on a high ester formulation, and that distinction matters more than the price difference. Ester-based stocks are chemically polar. They bond to metal surfaces passively, meaning the protective film is present on gear tooth contact faces even during cold starts and after the truck has been sitting for a week. PAO-based stocks require pressure and motion to generate their protective film. Under sustained load at operating temperature, both approaches can perform well. The question is which chemistry holds its protective capacity longer as the additive package depletes over tens of thousands of miles under real towing conditions. That is exactly what this test was designed to answer, and the answer surprised us. If you want to support me, like this video, and let's dive in. Here is where the chemistry becomes critical before a single lab report. Royal Purple's Cinerlec technology is reactive. The extreme pressure protection activates under load, which works well when the fluid is fresh and the additive reserve is full. But extreme pressure additives in gear oil are sacrificial by design. The sulfur-phosphorus compounds that prevent ring and pinion welding under high contact pressure chemically react with metal surfaces to do their job, and in doing so, they are consumed. A fluid that activates its protection reactively under load depletes its reserve faster than a fluid that maintains a passive surface film regardless of operating conditions. That is the structural advantage that Redline's ester chemistry carries on paper. Whether it holds under 12 months of real use is what the lab samples reveal. We use the same 2018 F-150 with the 8.8-inch rear axle, the same 15,000-mile annual cycle with consistent towing use averaging a 5,000-pound trailer load on highway pulls, the same independent laboratory with blind-coded samples at every single change interval, 6 intervals, 6 lab reports, iron readings measuring steel ring and pinion wear, copper readings measuring bronze component interaction, and viscosity retention data pulled at operating temperature using a contact thermocouple on the differential housing. The first drain samples came back, and the iron numbers immediately challenged the assumption that Redline's reputation would translate directly into dominant early interval wear protection. Redline iron at the first drain, 6 parts per million. Royal Purple iron at the first drain, 8 parts per million. Copper on Redline came back at 2 parts per million. Royal Purple copper came back at 3. In isolation, both of those readings are well within acceptable parameters for a differential running 15,000 miles under towing load. But the gap between them was already visible at interval 1, and the direction of that gap matters more than the absolute numbers at this stage. Interval 2 is where a single data point becomes a trend you cannot rationalize away. Redline iron held at 6 parts per million across both intervals. Royal Purple iron climbed to 11. Copper on red line remained at 2. Royal Purple copper rose to 5. And that was the first signal that deserved serious attention. In used gear oil analysis, copper rises when extreme pressure additives can no longer fully protect the brass and bronze differential components from direct contact. A copper reading that moves upward while iron is also climbing is not noise. It is a depletion pattern. And Royal Purple showed it at 30,000 total miles when Redline showed neither movement on either primary wear metal. An additive package that begins showing depletion signals at the second interval is not the fluid you want. In a differential, you plan to run to the end of a long change cycle under load. That is the mechanical reality underneath the marketing language, and the lab samples do not negotiate with brand reputation when they report it. We pulled axle temperature logs throughout the full test period using a contact thermocouple mounted to the differential housing. During a sustained highway tow run in July with an outdoor ambient temperature of 91 degrees, differential housing temperatures on our test route peaked at 263 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the exact operating range where thermal stability and viscosity retention stop being numbers on a specification sheet and start being the direct variable between fluid that is still protecting metal and fluid that has thinned past the point where it can do its job. At peak operating temperature, the viscosity spread between these two fluids became measurable and consequential. Redline held closest to its rated viscosity range under sustained thermal load, which is consistent with the shear stability advantage that high ester formulations carry under mechanical stress. Redline's ester content creates a fluid that resists viscosity loss under the combination of heat and mechanical shear more effectively than a PAO primary formulation. Royal Purple showed measurable thinning under the same sustained thermal conditions. And that viscosity loss at peak temperature during a July highway tow when the differential needs maximum film thickness most maps directly onto the accelerating wear numbers at interval 2. Thinner fluid at the worst possible moment is not a coincidence. It is a predictable outcome of the chemistry. Intervals 3 through 6 continued the pattern without deviation. Redline iron never exceeded 7 parts per million across the entire test. Royal Purple iron climbed to 14 by the final interval. Redline copper finished at 2. Royal Purple copper finished at 6. What those final numbers mean in practical terms is that the differential running Royal Purple consumed measurably more ring and pinion material and more bronze component material across the same mileage, the same load, and the same thermal exposure. Not catastrophic numbers by any measure, but consistent numbers. And consistent wear, acceleration over years of ownership, is how a differential that should last the life of a truck instead needs a rebuild at 150,000 miles. Here's the number that reframes the price conversation entirely. Redline costs roughly $3 to $5 more per quart than Royal Purple at typical retail. The 8.8-inch rear axle holds approximately 1.7 quarts. At a 30,000-mile change interval, on a truck driving 15,000 miles annually, you are making this fluid choice once every 2 years. The total cost difference between these two fluids per change is between $5 and $9. A rear differential rebuild on an F-150 starts at $800 in parts alone and routinely runs past $1,500 to $2,500 once a shop pulls the cover and accounts for labor. The fluid that produced lower wear numbers across every single interval costs the equivalent of 2 cups of coffee more per change than the fluid that did not. After 6 lab reports and 12 months inside the same axle under the same conditions, here is what the data says without interpretation. Redline 75-90 outperformed Royal Purple Max Gear 75W90 on iron wear metals at every interval, on copper wear metals at every interval, and on viscosity retention at peak operating temperature. The ester-based stock advantage held under real-world towing conditions in a way that the lab samples confirmed without ambiguity. Royal Purple is not a dangerous product. It protected this differential within parameters that most owners would never notice until an oil analysis told them otherwise. But at extended change intervals under towing load, the gap between these two fluids is real, it is consistent, and it is documented. For a truck doing light mixed driving with no regular towing and short change intervals, both fluids are defensible choices, and either one represents a significant upgrade over the neglect that most differentials actually see. But if the truck tows, if it operates in temperature extremes, or if the change interval runs long, the redline chemistry held its protective capacity in a way the Royal Purple did not match across 12 months of documented testing. The data ran the full year. The result is what it is. If you want to see how these same two fluids behave inside the transfer case under the same test protocol, that comparison is already running. Subscribe so the results reach you when they come in.